my work in one way and another has always been about wilderness. As a human species, we have tamed the wilderness. We've fenced out the wild lands, we've shot out the lions and tigers. We have so rapidly disconnected ourselves from the original place in which we lived and grew and evolved over millennia that we're struggling to make sense of that separation. We're disturbed, we're in transition. My sculpture is a way of surviving what this human experience feels like to me, trying to make sense of it. Part of my daily routine is to move between my studio and a wilderness space that's very close to me. It's an incredibly wild landscape. I've been a surfer for 30 years, so for me engaging with the ocean is part of an important routine to me. When I'm out in a wild space, I'm in a place where there are no watching eyes, there's no praise, no criticism, and in that place, the authentic can come through. The big cats, for me, they're archetypally symbolic of wilderness, but they also, for me, hold that place within the human imagination. I spent a lot of time in wilderness space, tracking them, watching them, sketching them. I was trying to capture what it felt like to be in their presence, what it felt like to be in their environments. With both the human form and the animal, I work directly from life. I have developed a way of drawing very quickly. The models are posing randomly, and then they start to form into unexpected compositions that I then take as a starting point and work into the sculptures themselves. Many of the images I'm working with have come out of studio processes where perhaps a sculpture has fallen and broken and suggested itself as an image. I try and build accidents into my process. For me, the tactility of clay is important. It's a highly expressive material. Clay allows me a freedom. It allows me to express emotion in an immediate way. I begin at this scale, which is essentially a sculptural sketch of an idea. And then once I have something that I like to explore, I then take it from there up to this scale, which allows me to resolve compositional elements in more detail, allows me to explore the figure in more detail. And then from here, I go up to probably 20% over life size, where the expression, in a sense, becomes louder. The volume gets turned up. And then from there, some of the works go up to a monumental scale. I tend towards more traditional materials and methods that, in a sense, connect back through the story of human history. The lost wax bronze casting process is almost 3,000 or 4,000 years old. Although the materials have changed through the aeons, the principle of the process has remained the same. For me, part of a journey towards authenticity has been to try to rewild the psyche in some way. My creative processes attempt to concretize a kind of felt emotion into physical form in order to understand and endure and somehow survive and make sense of the human condition.